Where are my pupils gone? Hello and welcome. This is Brady Rose Smith Live in the Forbidden Library. I found my pupils. And today is 999 day. It's definitely 100% definitely the finale today. We're going to finish it. And if we're not going to finish it, we're going to finish it this week. So we have 3 opportunities to finish it this week. We have 3 streams. But it'd be great if we could do it this time, because then I'd get to prove you all wrong that it was in fact this month we got to finish it, because it's not April quite yet. It is Fool's Day tomorrow. Oh, I need to sort that out actually. Good thing for reminding me. Thank you, me, for mentioning that. I'm just going to write something down. I don't know if it's going to work just writing it down, but I need to remember that. But anyway, hello everyone. Hello Normal Size Phantom. Hello Lucas. Hello Nimby. Hello Rahel. Hello Chase. Welcome. Yes, I like my thumbnail too, because I'm just happy to be there and be included, you know? They're all like, oh no, I might die, and I'm just like, I got chosen for a thing! Time for season 3 finale, season part 2, 3 movement episode. Yes. Hopefully we get out of the first chapter this stream. I want to see boss do new game plus puzzles with old game flashback. Mobby. But for now, nope, you're already lost in my eyes. Clock says cold. Now, I will succeed. I will absolutely succeed. I will prove you all wrong that we are going to get 999 finished in March. Here we go. Oh crap, we had to do this. I forgot about this. I gotta know my digital roots. Let's go. Screenshot. Yep. Max, so definitely the last stream. Yes, definitely the last stream of 999. 100%. Oh, do I have to click on these to actually get it? What? How do I get back into it? I never did it. Ah, okay, I have to click on the keyboard to get back into the puzzle. Fine. Hello, Red Roach. Imagine these 9 last streams. 6 more to go. I don't think that is. I thought it'd be a miracle if that worked. So, we gotta make 2 7s. So, we could do a 7 and a 4, which brings it to 11, which we can't do because we need a 3 to get to thingy, but we could. 11 plus 8 would be 19. That's not right either, so that wouldn't work. 7, 16, 25. Yeah, that's what we need to make. Could we make 25 with the other numbers? So 5, 11, 19, 23. Ah, that technically works. That technically works. Too many on one side, I assume. About the 9 and the 7, not be nice. 9 and the 7, and we should do it. We get the 9 and the 7, and we should do it. But yeah, so 7 plus 8, what's 7 plus 8? 7 plus 8 is 15, which you'd add a 1 to get to 16. Is 7 plus 8 15? Yes, it is. I am doubting my maths. 7 plus 6 is 13. I need to add 3 to get to it, so we can't have that. We have a total of 32. We do. But how do we split it? 2, 5, and 9, 8. What's the minimum on each side? I love how you're trying to talk me through this maths problem. I appreciate it. Well, we can't have one with just 7, right? Because it won't work. 'Cause 4, 5, 6. We can have 5 too, technically. Which leaves us 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25? No. Because the game did it. I assume it's because 9 was already a bad number. It's 3 on each side. Hi, Lucas. Already a great start. See you next 9-9. Shut up. We've got an hour and 50 minutes left of the stream. I'm not going to be that stuck. We hope, we pray. I can't use the number 1, Howdy. We can't use the number 1, the number 3, or the number 9. 8, 6, 2. That works, thank you! Excellent work, Commodore. You've got 1 left. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't see shit! Let's put the last one in. Let's see if I can get the last one on my own. This is the 4th one. This puzzle looks like the last couple. I think this is probably the last one. Once we solve this puzzle, I'm sure something will happen. Alright. I'll solve it in no time! Just got so unbearable to watch for chat. I almost don't mind that because I kind of get that it's gotta be really... It is frustrating to watch someone when you know the answer. So I kind of don't mind it so much. Like, if you are getting pissed off. By all means, it's painful to watch people just not quite get it. No, didn't think so. Oh, I got it cuddle busted in the library with a wrench! Yeah, I wish it was that. I see, said the blind man. He loves doing stuff like that, but I guess if you're like someone who lost your sight rather than someone who was born that way, humor might be a way he kind of copes with it, I guess. So, to make many a number. How we gonna make a 9? Hello, Hatsune Heathcliff. What library? The library of the forbidden that I live in. This isn't a library, this is a ship. A boat. 6. No, I can't use the 6, I forgot. 7, 8, 9. 2. Which leaves 5, 9, and 8. No. Snake does the Avatar thing where he slams his foot down and senses everything with a 20-foot radius. Yeah, we only have 5 numbers left now. We have to make an 8 and a 9 with only these 5 numbers. Can't have +3 on each side now. No, we cannot. We have to figure this out. So, got 10. So for 9 double be 18 you'd need for that. For 8 double you'd need 16. So we don't really want to make it a 10, but we can't use a 6 though. Maybe 7, 4, which would make 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. That's another 4 we need for that, so again you can't use that. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, Yeah, how are we supposed to do that with just 5 numbers? I guess we'll try and make the numbers with the digital roots and see what happens from there. Yeah, because we can't split 5 into 2 3s. We're missing numbers. Well, 7 and 8 might have to go together, which is 15. In order to get to any of these doubles, I'll need to add something else. This one's clever? Oh god, I'm not clever. This is a page by page storybook of the descent of the dorks already bad puzzle skills, technically classed as a library because of the 1,000 times it's happened already. So I think this would get 15, 16, 17, 18. So I need a 3 for that, which I can't do. But we can get to 16 with 2. So... is it clever or is it clover? We don't know. That makes a 9. If I'm right, that makes 17. Ah, not 16. I got it wrong. I wish Clover could throw out the axe right now. Am I right with this being 15? No. Numbers are right, just not 3 balls. 7, 8, 9. Two people. I only need to open the 9 door. So let's try make 18. The rest just get left behind. So 7, 15. Can't do. 7, 9. 7, 8, 9, yeah. My poor little brain is like, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18. Thought maybe there's just a combination you can do just to leave someone behind. Eight 0 0 8 5. A phone number. Worth a shot. No one left behind seems to be a rule. Then how? We can't do... Damn it, I just don't get it at all. Rules are displayed on the screen, maybe we should read it again. Let's double check them. So, a screenshot with the ball storage. When you touch a number in the area, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Press the check button once you've moved. So it's definitely 3 to 5. The digital root of the balls must match the area it's in. What's the digital root of all of the numbers? Because it didn't say I had to fill every area. So what's the digital root of 2, 4, 5, 6? So 3 to 5. That is 5. One wrong turn in my reasoning. Yeah. Sum is 26, which makes the digital root 6, 7, 8. Yay! Where'd that noise come from? Underneath the keyboard? Way to go, Junpei! Thanks, guys! Thanks for helping me reason that out. I needed your help. You answered all the questions! Damn, Junpei, good job! Did I hear something just now? Yes, I heard that as well. From the bottom left corner of the desk, I believe. The keyboard. Let me cross up the drawer under it.
A picture?
Ah, this is the people.
What the?
Oh, hey, look. Ace in his stylish hat, and Ninth Man, and Mr. X, and Captain.
What the hell is this?
I don't deserve that clapping, to be fair, though. I appreciate your applause, but I do not deserve it. Chat commands are active.
This man with a mustache on the right. He's the same guy we found murdered in the captain's quarters.
Yeah, he is.
He had the zero bracelet on his left arm. And this second man with the glasses and a doctor's coat. He's the ninth man. The one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5. But this guy, the one in the striped suit.
That's Ace.
Man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture?
Oh, hi, Big Jumper, welcome. To be fair, I could just pop the Windows calculator up anytime and crunch number. I could do that too, to be fair. I just didn't.
Not only Ace, the ninth man and Cap too. And they look happy, like they knew each other well.
So happy about the child torture they were about to do.
Why? How? How in the world are these 4 men connected?
And not even orphans. Like, most people who would do this stuff would just use orphans, but like, haha, no, we just kidnapped a bunch of kids to torture. It was great. Good times.
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, he is, Snake.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. Ace, the ninth man, and Cap all look
About
about 10 years younger.
9 years younger, you might say. 10 years is probably a little much there, Jum Jum.
Ah, so the ninth man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see.
Oh yeah, they screened kids, that's true. But still, orphans probably would have been less mess.
No, there's one more guy.
Orphans can't use telepathy, it's just a rule.
He's got kind of long hair. He looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize.
That might be our Mr. X then.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
Back?
You mean, flip it? Snake, you're a genius.
Yes, the reverse. The other side.
He did not have to say that so many times.
Praying for the success of the nonary project.
And they could have made them off.
Kubota, and
That's
Musashino.
true. They didn't kill their families. It's nice. Nice that Lotus got to stay alive. I'm just gonna have 2 sides. I know, right? Holy
Holy
shit.
the organizers of the nonary game 9 years ago. That means Ace, the ninth man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen.
Yep, they were.
I feel like I should be more shocked about this.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty established.
Almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be. Why? Why am I not surprised?
Wait, that's true, because this version of Junpei, we haven't had that interrogation or anything in this version of Junpei's timeline. So theoretically, he should be shocked about this, but because we as a player have done it, that means Junpei of the other timelines got us again.
Ace was the one in charge of the nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm?
Because Oh, the timeline used got you, bro. They don't have data on child orphan retail since they only got screened people with money that can go to hospitals. That's true! If they were smart, they could have done charity work for free checkups on orphans and screened those instead. There we go! We made a better nonary project! Don't worry, Ultron Player is bored and will send the info over via magic.
Like
Yes, he will.
Ah, of course. I understand now. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, he was.
He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is Hongo?
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil.
That's fair.
Couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him.
And you read 30 plus difficult books in an escape room library. It makes you turn into sudden literary twists. It's almost like I read it in a book. Wouldn't it be crazy if this revelation was also a puzzle? And the same exact puzzle was already being solved in the big building.
Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you.
I don't know. Because theoreticals are fun.
Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada, but Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why?
And she wouldn't pick it up by a voice like he would.
I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you.
But he was trying to save your
If I
life.
told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else. And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
Ace was ni Hongo, indeed, but dubadabala.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Go for it, bro.
Hongo Kubota. Nijisaki.
7, are you gonna remember some police shit?
Hongo Kubota. Nijisaki Musashido.
Use voice modulators, yeah. If you're gonna let the kids go after the experiment, you need to make sure they can't tell anyone what happened. Or the identities. So yeah, you're right, voice modulators. Why stop at only 2 groups? If we market it as cancer research, we could have enough kids for 4 or 6 tests at once. Like the current zeros. Exactly, Elmanor. The current zero gets it.
Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashido.
Hey, 7, do you...
Shut it. Just be quiet.
He's trying to remember something.
I'm this close to remembering. This close. Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashido. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary Project. Shit.
Holy shit.
What?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
Crack it open for us, 7.
What's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I remember all of it.
Explain.
My memory's back.
Good.
I remember what happened before I got snatched.
What?
Let me tell you what happened. Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other 3 are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man. And Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
How do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
Don't about to put the sickest rap album up. No, I don't think he did. We had the laboratory, the surgery room, I mean, with him, where he did some explaining. But I think he doesn't have his flashback unless you go into door 2 with Lotus, and I don't think we did that in this route.
You really want to know?
I do!
Of course.
Me too.
Me 3! Nijisaki ate that the Vtuber group, or is that a different explorative group? Very different, but probably not that far.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Summarize, batch.
Just give us the short version, all right?
Please.
Short version, huh? Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though. I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, as I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told.
He's one of those rebellious ones. They're gonna have his badge and his gun.
That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common. A history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. And my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. In the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about.
Yeah,
bunch
we
of
seen.
movement.
And his lovely yellow sneaking suit. I'm gonna do a stealth mission. I should wear bright yellow. On the rules of the detectives, they don't play by the rules. Yeah.
Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved.
So that one's Snake. That one might be Santa. We don't know. One of them could be June.
No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags.
See, if they used orphans and homeless people, nobody would ever... Exactly! That's what I was thinking! If you're gonna do something like this, you use orphans. This is a sneaking mission. If you're gonna sneak amongst criminals, gotta dress like a prisoner.
I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun ready in my hand.
I see. Stealth was not an option anyway.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too.
Don't worry, the yellow matches his high-vis outfits, like the dock workers that are home
Just
right
tie
now.
an anchor to your feet, and no one would find you for a week. Not what you want. The fish here would love a meal.
He kept digging the coal metal
I
into
don't
my
think
skull.
fish eat people. The fish... We were reading Treasure Island, and that talked a lot about feeding the fishes. Would the fish actually eat people? Is that real?
There was nothing I could do. Did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly... there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
I love this is him keeping it short.
I woke up on a hard floor.
Just imagine some voice acting the bad guy. And I can see Junpei being like, what are you doing? Clover being enraptured, and Snake just being somewhat amused.
Shit, my head hurts. I did a quick once-over of the room. Where am I?
Fabulous outfit, though.
A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy.
Does it have any puzzle pieces in?
I'd seen it countless times as a cop.
A
I'm in a
whole
cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but...
No getting out.
It won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying. But I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it.
Have you pulled out the drawer all the way?
Left. It's coming from under my hold on the metal frame and flip the thing over.
Get the whole cutscene
There it
again,
was.
really.
The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole
I'm
in the
hoping
wall
if he
turned
says he's got his
gray.
whole memory this time, we get the whole flashback, because he cut off after this.
I dropped flat on the floor and puked at the grate. But I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from.
I don't think you can fit through there.
Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then...
As he voice acts the The Seven does do Duckface naturally. Duckface is his absolute natural state of being.
I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face. So I wiped it off and crawled inside.
My bro, this is not the
First bit
abridged
I was
version.
tight. I had a wriggle on my belly. Wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I...
However, this is very like detective PI sort of explanation writing. It's very
When I'd
funny.
been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me. A massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut. Then, there was a voice.
So they got through the 9th door. So this is the short version. Guess I'm not joking about taking 3 days normally, with all his usual embellishments.
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news. Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices. A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror. And all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up. Damn it! What the hell is going on here?
Go save those kids,
Scrambled
Seven!
the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges.
An adult!
What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top. There had to be about 9 walls, all the same
Oh,
size.
so he came out in the incinerator.
Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were. The kids I'd been searching for.
Is that Snake, Santa, and June? An unknown
They
girl.
all gawked up at me, suddenly silent. For the moment, from surprise and fear. Scared of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when you're always scared shitless. I snorted at my own dig at myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well, except one. It was a boy
Little
slightly older than
Santa.
the others, private school uniform.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
He kind of cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death.
And yeah, got Lotus's color scheme, so probably one of Lotus's daughters.
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon.
Absolutely amazing Santa impression. A younger Santa as well.
So...
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
Oh, that's enough time to get them all into the vent. You could get them into the vent. That's
They
fine.
only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor.
I guess that's quite far
I could
away.
pick 'em up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach. What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
My god, the child voices he can do.
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time.
So this is why Santa picked him, even if he did
I had to
save
hurry.
him. The need to bend like sus
Well,
imposter.
as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell.
He's gonna take
Still
the
no
bed
way out,
sheet.
but I had a plan. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator.
I assume he wants like the duvet or the blanket.
Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but it got the job done. All right, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right.
Wait a sec. Something was off. There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door...
He was in the middle of explaining when...
Now they gotta hustle. Bro, they gotta hustle. Come on, kids, scale the smooth steel wall to the vent with this rope. Santa was just salty that they didn't have 30-foot arms the first time.
5 minutes.
The wall shook a
Oh,
bit and the force
feck. That is not long now.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here.
Yeah, explain later.
Right.
Explain later.
grabbed onto the rope. First one I pulled up was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie. A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform at the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me,
Just like hooked on.
we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
Ace?
God damn it!
Yep.
What's going on here?
Ace, fuck off.
Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
We saved them. 10 minutes to
The door
crawl,
opened.
make a rope,
A man
crawl
stepped
back.
in looking
That was
half
very
naked.
good, honestly.
I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation.
I don't know. Well, I mean, an incinerator would technically need ventilation, correct? I don't know why it vents into a prisoner room, but we appreciate it.
The man's name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
And
Also the boy hanging from the rope. It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope.
no, Santa!
Hurry!
I know!
boy in the uniform booked it up the road.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the ducks behind me.
No!
Hongo had lost it. His
My
face
God.
didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the room.
Yet Ace
We were
keeps it
furious,
chill
Hongo
all the
yelling
time.
at me from the floor.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this!
This explains how quickly he got to murder.
Experiment? What experiment?
This is ironic. Considering how he died in one of the other routes, that he nearly died in this room.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me. He was going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took turns sliding down it.
Whee!
The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right was familiar. It had black and yellow stripes. And a device next to it.
Oh, so they like managed to bypass the numbered door.
Plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, that's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Junpei, listen to this. That voice you're doing sounds like June.
Wait, what? If he's still in there,
Yeah, that's not good.
that meant we're better. We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase.
To get out.
Run!
Run!
Didn't need to tell them twice. Up, up, and up. Feet pounded the steps. Our arms pumped fast. Round, round, round. The devil was on our tail.
He kinda was. His name is Ace.
Stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings.
Look
before
at the
we moved.
babies. Snake's.
Something's up.
Is Snake blind
Honey's
at
not
this
catching
point?
up to us.
Because this, why is his eyes still closed?
Hey,
My kid sister. The girl with the red necktie.
Kane. I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
So is he mad that maybe Seven left his sister behind?
Maybe we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too. So did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
And Seven didn't let him.
Turn to go.
Hey, kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait!
I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket, the girl with the ponytail.
I'm going after him. You two keep going, alright? Got it?
The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. Boy,
I'm going with you.
Tiny Snake! Tiny Snake is a brave boy. Sand has a large forehead. He does. That's probably why he grew out his hair.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me.
I appreciate that Lotus's child has Lotus's sense of survival. That she carried on. She was like, okay, fuck this, bye. Yeah, I assumed Seven would be.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly,
Help me! Somebody help me!
we heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
Grandpa Seven and his 9 adopted kids that he's not good at keeping track
The
of.
boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing.
Ace,
That
yeah.
bastard Hongo had Kane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to!
Punch his lights out, Seven!
Let go of me!
planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger. She wasn't gonna win.
She had a 5 back then. She had Jumpy's number.
My brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting, into the incinerator. Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her.
I'm curious as to why his sister was with him, because I thought the point was the sibling pairs got separated so that they could telepathy between them. Lotus's daughter be like, my mama didn't raise no bitch. She did it! Maybe Seven was taken in just in case they needed a lordom, but couldn't find a proper puzzle for the last minute.
We saw him land inside.
Snake mentioned they made a mistake. Maybe that was
The door
it.
slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open.
This is why you dragged Snake and Seven into this.
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
He started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
The voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
I'm glad Ace got incinerated.
You fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing.
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, alright? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Okay.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Please help me. I'm really scared. I don't want to die, please. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
It's gonna be alright. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise.
I don't think we
It was
can.
torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
What about the vent? Can we get back in the vent?
What happened then?
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
There was a torture room. You make a good point. Actually, incineration seems too nice for Ace. The room didn't have a ball kicking. We did have the torture room. We should take him to the torture room.
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Hey, are you sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get.
Why is Connie here if Connie's dead?
So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something burning. The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed.
Crabs can be killed.
The door opened.
Crabs can be killed. They can, in fact, be flame grilled and eaten.
The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed. too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering and in the middle of the room, there it lay.
A charred corpse.
The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
Can I ask you one more thing?
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her last name?
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Yeah.
Kurashiki. Her name was Akane Kurashiki.
Then who is Akane?
You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you,
No,
wasn't it?
that's Snake.
Yes, it was. You are correct.
Oh, I thought he was talking to Jumpy. It was kind of hard to tell who he was talking to.
Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do.
Like a young Edward Elric. Yeah, kinda.
I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
In the other building.
Come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you.
Well, I guess I believe you. All right, let me ask you another question. Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki. He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother, but I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean... Even if he recognized voices, puberty's a thing.
9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now.
I'm sure this chestnut-haired man is the same kid as the tall silver-haired blind kid. Not the tall silver-haired blind teen.
I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Especially when they never said about any connection between him and Akane.
Clover
And
told me
Akane
that
jumped
Santa
on her
might have
connection
been
with
one of the
Jumpy.
subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi? Akane Kurashiki, June's brother? There's still a lot we don't know.
Jumpy, I don't know if you wanna, chime in with the one thing you do know. The one connection you have to all this, because it does not seem like you were one of the kids from 9 years ago, unless you forgot, which is possible.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
What?
Come on, man, what kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, all right? Cut me some slack.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they?
Yeah, because it's vengeance.
Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place?
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved
He
with the creation
can't
of the
see!
nonary project.
Otherwise he'd know!
Kubota, the person who conducted the actual experiments. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
And then
This was all just
Hongo had to
revenge.
be put in the project, because then he needed to suffer like they had. because he was the one who actually killed Akane.
Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them.
This would be weird from the POV of everyone else. We're all connected to the experiments except this guy. Lotus is very loosely connected too, as well. She's literally just the mother of one of the kids that got a couple of the kids that were alright.
No, I don't think
like,
Santa
she's
actually
a weird
murdered
addition.
anyone. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
The person who planned the nonary project.
In other words, Ace.
What? What the hell's going on here?
It must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Shit!
Come on, we need to get out of here.
So in another route, we got the message that we lost. That he lost. Now we know the Akane connection. Is it because of Akane going missing?
How?
Because Akane didn't make it?
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit.
Junpei is just the one poor guy that was targeted by mistake. The real target was a door.
Come on, let's go.
Maybe. Right. Keycard 0! Let's go use it. Oh, I changed it to that's how we do it. Nah, there we go. Keycard 0! Let's swipe this card. Junpei, look! It's unlocked! Yeah. Now we can go back to the library. Hurry, Junpei. We don't have time. Let's go. Indubitably, let's go, let's go. We escaped! Now before we get on to the next bit, I'm gonna go on a small BRB. Members do remember that if you are lonely during this time,
I think the shaking stopped.
then you may summon the angry cat during the BRB. You can do it any time, really, but I just wanted to remind you it exists, so BRB. I have returned. I'm glad to see the cat kept you company. Continue!
It would seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger.
You're right. Let's hurry.
This exit needs the Uranus card too. Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know.
We got it.
All right, it's open. Let's go.
To the incinerator room.
Okay, Neptune Key. Let's see if you work.
No.
unlocked.
Oh, look.
It says incinerator, so this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
That is a bunch of
Then
cats.
there ought to be a lever near the door.
Angry orange cats.
Yeah, right here. Pull that and the door should open. Got it.
That's exactly what happened last time.
Let's go.
What is
What the
happening?
hell is going? What's wrong? Are you okay?
Jumpy, you came to get me.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
Who are you?
I'm so glad you're here. So glad.
So I can kill you myself.
What happened to you?
I'm fine. I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer.
Lotus and
And
Ace?
you shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it.
Ace took it. Ace took it. Cut. I'm a kitty cat. And it's cut. I'm a kitty cat. And it's best. Absolutely best. Yeah, both sides went to the incinerator. The incinerator is the last gate. Keep a close eye on that girl before she phase shifts through a wall again.
I
I hope not.
sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
You little shit. Couldn't even keep track
What?
of
Isn't
that.
that obvious?
Ace. And that's where Lotus is. Lotus is in his arms so that they can reuse the sprite. Yay!
Ace.
Poor Lotus. I'm sorry, Lotus, you're here to be a scantily clad hostage.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that.
You're a
You
bastard.
know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
God, I hate it when people who are abusers say that shit. Like, what the
Pain
f-
and
No!
prosopagnosia.
No, you don't deserve. No!
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
I think magic.
Good question.
No clue. Other timeline jumper got
No
me again.
matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go. First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this, 9.
The ninth man. Kubota's bracelet.
Maybe it's just a complete coincidence that June and the other guy have the same name. That's why they accidentally kidnapped Junpei, not his neighbor. Maybe. Can you understand my pain? The man who experimented kids. I know, right?
I believe I've won this game.
Begins being on Ace with a lead spider. Can you understand this pain? Yeah.
I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is.
Zero is Santa.
How are you planning, Santa?
At
I
any
don't
rate,
think he's planning
this
much.
game ends
We've
now.
established he's not the smartest cookie.
I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye.
Wait!
What?
Bye, Ace.
Why isn't it opening? One more time. Now open!
Leave her alone. Mum's been through enough.
No! What is this? Why?
Was Santa a bit of a bitch and was just like, this number 9 door will never open if Ace's 1 is in the
The
combination?
digital root should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening? Now!
Wah! You get him, 7!
Ugh.
That was close. Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Thanks, Seven.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
Pain is relative. We're about to find you the grandpappy of pain. Yes. Oh yeah, because the 9 isn't 9. 9 is 6. That's why it wasn't working. That's why it wasn't working.
9 years ago?
Super Detective 7.
Then you must be...
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
I guess he can't recognize faces, so he never would have recognized 7 to begin with. Which is funny.
Ace.
How did that happen? Where did this fire come from? I didn't say it. This is fine. I said something similar, apparently. Because Ace opened the number 3 door for the snake murder. He did.
You killed Kubota.
That's true, that's
Nijisaki and
true. It's
Musashido,
not
didn't you?
Ace.
Wait, Nijisaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota.
Time to give you the tea.
You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital root, which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone.
His blaze banners, Propus Ninja. That's what it's called. I may or may not have it. I'm bad with faces too. Well, no, I wouldn't say I'm bad with faces. I'm bad with putting names to faces. I can tell different faces. I'm just bad at remembering the names that attach to those faces.
4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank?
Excuse me.
You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki.
And you didn't even realize you killed him.
For the Reds. You ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake.
And he's, like, just as tall, conveniently.
That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki?
Yes,
Why?
it was.
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid. But his presence
Oh, so he was blind in the nonary game again.
Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's
man,
bracelet.
Mr. X.
You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in.
So they had a spare bracelet for Nijisaki, because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to kick him through the door.
9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
And you mean to say Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. for killing the wrong man. But I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
I'd be surprised if it was any different.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's
Yes,
death.
those 12 bracelets in total. Supposed to be 9.
When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh yeah, I was kind of curious about this one. 11. Still far too many.
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room.
Oh, so he solved the puzzle, murdered him, and then locked the door again.
You had been in charge of the nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it.
With a specific time.
With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest.
God damn, Ace. And there was this other
One blow was
timeline
all
where
it
it
took.
gave Clover so many ideas.
And then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote.
Nimbus has started April Fools. Oh, that's fun.
But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Bushido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it. But why?
Yeah.
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Let's see. Number 1, there are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past.
Oh, so it's special rules
I've
for
prepared
him.
a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please.
Well, he didn't confess, he just
0.
murdered him.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan.
But Jumpy is the main character, therefore I found it first.
Unfortunately for me, that sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him.
One small detail that's just occurred to me is they kind of made a point to point out that Santa's a rich kid to have the money to do this. And we talked about that right at the start. Yeah, honestly impressive that Ace didn't get any blood,
But yes,
especially with an
you are
axe.
correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little
Into
more
murdering all his
in many
friends.
Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap. It was
Set
Zero's
by
trap.
Santa.
And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
One of the only good things stock trading did. Fund nonary game, do electric boogaloo.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you.
Oh, we're gonna have a turn now. Is he gonna have a creepy model soon? A creepy sprite? My true intentions sprite. Let's
But
go.
hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the nonary game this time around was Zero.
Santa, where were you last night? And why have you spent your lunch money on another ship? I swear one day you will get over your boat obsession and focus on cars like the rest of your friends.
And Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's 2 things you got wrong. Number 1, I ain't Zero.
Is June 0?
What?
Is June 0?
Wait, what?
Did he have, like, twin younger siblings? So here's my very silly theory. Was there twin younger siblings? And, Kani is not Kani. Kani is the other sibling that just didn't get kidnapped along with Santa and the other sibling. And she's the one who planned everything and has been Zero the whole time.
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's not smart enough to do it on his own. He's not smart enough.
An assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this.
That would be Connie.
All I did was follow Zero's orders.
What was their plan if Seven hadn't lost? I assumed there was some chemical reasons as to why Seven lost his memory. And that's why they could do this. Santa's evil sprite is just his asshole sprite. And Santa's got loads of them. Triplets.
If you're not Zero, who is?
Connie!
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened.
Yeah. She seems to remember a lot about Junpei, though. But he doesn't remember there being twins, so what if... I don't know.
That's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose.
What's
There's
the
another
purpose?
reason you guys are playing the nonary game.
What?
To save someone.
To save someone?
Save someone?
What?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about?
What?
Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw... What? What the hell? Where's...
She disappeared
Where's Akane
again!
Kurashiki?
He didn't know about Oi either, that's true.
Oh, my head. My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
What is
What the hell is going on?
What?
I don't know. I just... Oh, I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode.
What is going on?
What was the nonary project?
Are we bringing her back to life via magical telepathy nonsense? Junpei had one job!
I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? for two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact.
Piss off, ghost. No, piss here, go. What? No, wait. I don't know how to do the opposite.
The morphogenetic field theory.
So we were trying to, like, resurrect her via psychic fields.
Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this
But
experiment
if, like,
was conducted to determine.
The crystallization. If everyone thought that Akane didn't die, if everyone saw Akane as alive, then that would become fact in reality?
There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones in Gigantic.
Magical telepathy nonsense is cheating. I'm calling the 10th game board of directors to file a formal complaint.
They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but
they didn't split up you and Akane.
There was a mistake.
Yeah.
Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic.
Just mass hallucinate your sister back into the living room. That's exactly what he's trying to do.
I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
Already. He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent him through the morphogenic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternative futures then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down Y. The river flows from top to bottom, from a single stream into two branches. Yep, they're addressing it. They would never leave it at that. This game's like, I'm going to tell you some science as to why this could theoretically be possible. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backwards. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backwards. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. There's something lost in the PC port? Oh no. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphogenic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river. Even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? Am I the 9th letter of the alphabet? But I am also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0. Not yet. Perhaps you could say that I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. What? What is going on? Where did she go? Where did she come from? Kana June. No, Akane. Where did you go?
Santa!
Why is Clover? Oh shit.
Freeze.
He got the gun again! Oh lordy. Santa's got the gun again. I guess he picked up when we weren't watching. Blow his brains out. He deserves it. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having the gun to his head.
Get up.
Sure isn't about to take that gun from him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door, huh?
Hey,
but
what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
he can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
That's it. That's all he's gonna give us? What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly stuff, indubitably. And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens.
Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
You mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
What are you trying? You trying to make sure Ace is incinerated
Oh my
rather
gosh,
than?
what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
No, you can't be serious.
Oh, but he is. Shit, we've got to do something. Maybe we can still get through the door 9. There's a red. Yeah, alright, we do this. We just gotta... No, it's not gonna work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Is an 8. And those are the numbers on the last puzzle we just did! Oh god, it was a foreshadowing puzzle. How awful. Why would they do this to me? Is there any combination that'll
Julie,
work?
Can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Oh yes, Clover! Visual learners, whore. Sure, why not? I don't think we'll need them ever again. She certainly looks purposeful. She looks like she's writing equations, a lot of them. Clover's a smart cookie. This is why she was a transmitter. Because she's a smart cookie. Ah, she doesn't look very... Hey, there's no need ripping pages out like that. Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
Alright, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now we can take a look at what she was writing. She was trying to figure out a way to get us out of here. 2, 4, 5, 7. So...
What?
And there's no other way?
Lotus. No! Looks like she figured it out, though. No, this is just
It's
too
okay.
cruel.
Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
No! You've been a bit of a bitch at times, but it's a shitty situation and that's okay.
God damn it, you idiot!
No, where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected, about as much as I did.
Without, if you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright?
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
Yeah.
Ship.
If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. That's what you mean.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
Well, if we could open up the vent.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
Aww.
You're all idiots.
She'd abandon us. And I wouldn't blame her. Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry. I
That
would
being
too.
said, however,
And then they kissed, yes. And then they went home and Lotus was like, hey, this is your new dad. And then one of her kids is like, hey, you're that guy that helped us, actually.
however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier at the Red.
Oh, yeah.
But that's because he didn't have the right numbers.
No! What is this? Why? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
Oh. So it's just not going. Just no clip into the June dimension and steal 9 simple. Oh lordy.
You were right.
It ain't opening.
This is not a number door
But
that
it
can
did
be
open
opened.
9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Is it the end? Is the point of this to, like, incinerate the people who could, like, argue June's existence kind of thing? I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. Oh, it is a cat vision. Literally a cat vision. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphomagenic field set, we were resonant. And we were as one. I was him. And at the same time, I was an observer. So I'm playing Akane the whole time. It started with a tremendous noise, like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant events melted into him, and we became one, inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind, 9 years in the future. But I didn't lose myself. I was living 2 realities at once. One was the present, and the other was the future. Oh. So the first thing lost from the DS, now that you have seen this. Yes, tell me what the OG, because I imagine some of it, like, especially with this being a mirrored thing, like, they probably used the second screen a lot. Akane Vision is novel vision and was on one screen. Junpei Vision is adventure and was on the other. Ah, I love it when they do that. There's a few games that, like, really use the 2 screens of the DS really well. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
Come on, over here! That was my brother, Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long, straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Super eloquent child. I know, but it kind of explains why she was a little bit childish in the way she was. Because, like, you could brush that off as, like, just anime girl nonsense, but she was a little childish, a little silly. And it kind of makes a lot of sense. Specifically, top screen was a Vision, and the bottom one, the touch screen, where you solve the puzzles. Interesting. That's very cool. Everyone was arguing. Two of the boys got in a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It'd been 2 hours since the nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake.
Hello, everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fighters died down, and we gathered around him.
I have a little sister. She is very important to me.
I'm guessing the slapper and Slappy was Lotus's daughter. The slapper, definitely.
Right now, she is over in Building Q, and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Oh, this happened on her birthday? As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult. But my sister means a great deal to me. And I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with clover.
Except for these two.
For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's why Clover was confused with Santa, because it's not the only way you'd know that, but it's one of the main ways. When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes was gone. Before was gone. There was calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. Who was in their coffin? In fact, there were 2 with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. The true death game. Play the game in one sitting and take a shot every time 9 comes up. That is a death game. How interesting. We have 9 viewers at the moment too. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was only 1. But if there was only 1 door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. Then, As if things had not gotten bad enough already. Incinerator doors shut.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has
Chat's
been
about to be.
acknowledged.
Zeroni Rosemith. Nonary time.
Incineration will take place in 18 minutes.
Yeah, so yeah, they actually managed to get to the 9 doors without actually losing anyone because they're kids and didn't think about. Because no one is like Ace who thinks about murder straight away.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Although that would have been very messed up for kids. Exactly. These kids were just like, let's just survive.
Repeat. Emergency incineration.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
My brother Aoi swallowed hard and
I
answered.
think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
The nonary game where nothing works.
Help me!
To be fair, that's about as good as a Akane question marks nonary game. Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, 7! High up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was huge, frightening mountain of a man as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him 7.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent, away from the incinerator, and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nana, my brother Aoi, Snake, and 7. So yeah, we've confirmed that's definitely one of Lotus's kids. Wait a sec, 3 to 5 people can get to the numbered door, so 4 kids just meant to get cooked no matter what. Yes. Yes, because the game is cool. The other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nonna had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized...
Oh, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
Oh no! Jumpy! I knew I'd had it with me when we passed through the vent. Had I dropped it when we slid out? I had to go back. I had to... Akane! You didn't have to! But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me. I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think. I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the stairs. So 7 was bringing up the rear, originally. I couldn't do a puzzle room game. I can't even imagine how to do a puzzle game. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is.
It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs and freedom, Senor Hongo came out to ruin everything. It was Hongo. Gentaro Hongo. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his
Come with
mouth.
me. We must continue the experiment.
Meow. I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
Is this part of why she resonated so hard with us? Because we had the same number? There was an edge of insanity to his low voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
No! Stop! Let go of me! Let go!
I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Then suddenly,
Akane!
the door to the stairs flew open, and my brother, Aoi, burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake.
Akane!
He cried my name again as he leapt towards Hongo.
You came back!
I cried out. But then,
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched, but those fists never reached Hongo. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Oh no. Hongo glanced at me menacingly, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red and sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly on the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, the 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran towards the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
Oh, the numbers he scanned. I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice.
Help me!
My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Then I started again.
Warning.
It started again.
Warning.
We've heard this enough times. Ugh.
Incineration will begin.
Oh, we're Junpei.
18.
Junpei's gonna help her escape.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Man, I knew this was... Knew it was gonna say... Man, I knew what it was gonna say, but that one is a hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it!
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
Tee! Yay, thank you. You're the best. T delivery. Kenny already escaped. She moonwalked through the wall. She did. She clipped out of reality.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
Sweetie, you should know a little bit. You've been looking into this, haven't you? It'll take more than 18 minutes to explain.
But we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But...
Incineration will begin.
Lotus is incredibly out of the loop. I feel so sorry for her. She's just a mum.
17 minutes.
You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn. What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means. Well, god damn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me. 7. Figure this out.
Lotus, can I
What?
have a
Why
90-minute
me?
plot recap? Because you're the fucking policeman.
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. I really can't blame her. Wait. The floor, it's moving. Wait, what? What is this? What else could I say about it,
What the
but...
hell is that?
What is
Oh, so this is happening to Akane as well. What else could I say? The floor opened up and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least, it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as more took their place, and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was black. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on this screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Gah. Man. I wish that would just shut up.
Begin in 15 minutes.
15 minutes! Yeah, the transitions are really good. I think as much as we might have lost something with it not being on the DS, I think they've done a pretty good job of getting the feeling of it. If it's only showing up now, then it's got to be important, but what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Give me that computer! Hey, we're all tense, lady. What does that mean? That doesn't mean you get to shove people
It's
around.
turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
I'm sure I'll just push buttons and that'll... Yep, there we go. What? Well, at least that's on now. What's on the screen
What is
now?
this?
Some more hexadecimal nonsense, I assume?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle,
The incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
Alright. Puzzle, how do you work? Oh man, I got that voice again.
Incineration will begin in 13
13 minutes! Shit, 13 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I thought the bottom says password. It's not far off! Oh, this is different from the DS version? Cool. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the second tick as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face. A frightening evil face. Fucking Hongo! Jesus Christ. He is terrifying. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me?
Oh, don't know what to do.
Oh, shut up! You were the person who said we shouldn't be messing with the experiment, and now you're taunting her? He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
Oh, really? But I suppose I might as well tell you.
Oh, that'd be great, actually. Fair enough.
The puzzle on that machine.
Oh, fuck you. You're an ass. Go away. His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
You're a terrible person! I hate you!
As we all do.
My. How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person?
Absolute narcissism.
That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty. You see? I've even left you a way out.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
I kinda know.
How did you listen to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Huh?
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
Looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5. 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 9. I ran to the door with the 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel. But it's not working.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
Yeah, so he's turned it off. I hear Hongo's muffled voice from across the room.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
'Cause you're an ass!
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys.
Is this implying he's gone a little crazy because he can't, like, differentiate people? Therefore,
Now
he's,
start
like,
the
disconnected
experiment.
himself.
Solve the puzzle!
And he doesn't see people as people. See, it's totally okay for me to experiment on children. Yeah.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't! Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution!
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive.
Oh,
It'll be
Lordy.
quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it will be very painful.
He's even got a villain laugh. His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will begin in 10 minutes.
Oh, lordy. I was crying, great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
What was I going to do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think was of how I was going to die. My palms were sweating, and my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot, so hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me! Jumpy!
I can't, it's just smart. That'd be lovely. Yeah, this is why she kept getting warm and everything.
Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! 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 Please! Help me! Jumpy!
Let's help her!
Akane?
Akane?
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Seven and Lotus don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
Fuck. Did something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Shit.
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course. But I'd heard it so clearly. Like he was right there. I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy!
That's her. She's there. Then that means...
Akane! Akane!
Are you in the incinerator right now?
How did you know?
I couldn't believe that he knew that. Now I understand what Santa meant.
Right. There's only one way to help her.
Yeah, this would have been better with the two screens. This would have worked so well with the two screens.
You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
I think I get it now.
Incineration will begin in...
Yeah, Seven and Lotus are just watching him, like, yell to no one. Puzzle with Sudoku in the DX. The perfect game of nines. Interesting they changed it.
Jumpy, we don't have time!
As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
Got it!
And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all of this means. I know why the nonary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is. Zero is. Akane Kurashiki. Taking 18 minutes to solve a medium Sudoku, I'd be screwed. I would be screwed too. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way only 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her no matter what.
Incineration will begin in 6 minutes.
The voice reminded me of how much time I had left.
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, alright? I promise I'll get you out of there.
The entire Sekiri nonary game to resolve some 9-year-old puzzle. Also kill off some jerk dudes. Yeah, I feel like it wasn't Akane's idea to kill off the guys. I feel like that was all Santa.
I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, alright? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with the feelings for him. With my feelings for him. Baby girl, just hold on! Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Is Snake talking to them about something? Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Get out of my way.
Hey, what are you...
Just trust me, okay?
Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologize later, right? Now, let's have a look at this thing. We've got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order. So I just need to switch these out. Starring at isn't going to accomplish anything. We'll just have to try it.
Just think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
I don't wanna. People who have played this before, how much of an epilogue is there? When I pressed hint, numbers appeared in the empty spots on the grid. They're all single digits. I get the feeling the numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. But this square at the bottom, so it's the big thing in the DS version. The displays flip upside down. You can turn your DS 180 degrees to solve it with the touchscreen as your top display. Oh, that's fun. Genuinely last puzzle. Because this time around, it's Akane receiving info from Junpei. Yeah. But the square at the bottom, why does it stay blank when I press hint? Is it because it needs to be in the switch? Pressing the button again makes the numbers disappear. It looks like I can turn them on and off. When there is some special meaning to there being two modes, what could it mean? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Pass away! 9. Oh, I need to make all 9s. Naruhodo. I understand. This has to be the password. It did spell password, you were right. I can just get this to be 9s. No. But everything else... Oh, something here is not right either. So I don't think this 5 is right. What? So we 1, 7... These would be the digital roots of the numbers surrounding it, I'm assuming. So 5, 1, 3 would be 4, 9. So if the digital root of 1, 6, 8 is 7, 15... No, that's not right, because that's a 7, unless I've got that wrong. 9... No, yeah, so that's 7. So what do these 3 need to get to a 9? It would be 1, 7... Yeah, it would have been good if it finished on the thing. 9, 15... 16, 17, 18. So that would need to be the 3. So this is a 3 and a 1, so this would need to be a 5. There. They're all 9s. I don't know what that means for the rest. I've made it all equal 9s. I don't know what I have to do after that. Yeah, I know what that's happening. I just don't know what I need to do for the switch. What do I do for this then? I just don't know what to do from this one. Maybe it has to be only numbers on top? So I've got the 7 there. And then put... And then spell password again, yeah. Yeah! We did it! That wasn't too hard. That was easy, actually. Please enter password. We did. It's not password! Password? I'm inputting passwords now, and then... Are there any hints? What the hell am I supposed to put here? This screen appeared after the last puzzle. Maybe there's a hint in that one? I put password in. Sort of is. And the answer ended up being password. After that, it was an extra space. The 9th square. Maybe that's the password? Yeah, literally just 1 9. Okay.
Yes, that's it. Akane, did you get it?
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did! Now I just have to press enter!
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
Let's go!
Okay, I will!
I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed.
Oh, we
Incineration
saved
system has been
it!
disabled.
Jumpy! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
I think we're allowed to swear in this situation. Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. For a while I just lay there, laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst. Ah, so she gets to go home now.
Whew.
I can't quite believe I did that. But I'm so glad, so glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. But... No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane.
Sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Oh, of course, that's fine.
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. I don't know. I time travel telepathy nonsense, I guess, to get her brother to set all this up. When I looked over at the corner of the floor, there were 2 bracelets Hongo left behind.
Now.
Well, Seven and Lotus didn't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives,
Junpei,
guys.
Are you...
Okay?
Ah, shut it.
Right now, okay. So maybe they have their reasons to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing holding me back. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in...
Of course it wasn't that simple.
90 seconds.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again. And again, and again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? I've got all the right numbers and the right boxes. It's perfect. So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Oh shit. Wait, of course. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7 and Lotus, then door 9. No, that's it. The number on the door isn't 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit, of course. We just have to put the right number into the red and...
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, we don't have much time! Man, I sure hope I can they can trust me this one. Oh, we are all fucked! Alright, no time to explain, just go!
Verify your numbers on the red!
Verify?
Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
For fuck's sake!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened.
In Japanese, the instructions are given over loudspeaker rather than on paper. Nice. Central gate has...
Incineration system has been disabled.
Ah! Oh, thank fucking Christ. No, no time to be happy. Time to go!
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it! Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. Seek a door that carries the 9, not the number door. 9. 9 is pronounced Q in Japanese. And there goes the door. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. We've still got to find the dead.
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
Man, that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap.
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But nothing. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
I cried his name even though my voice was almost gone from screaming and leapt into his arms. Aww.
Oh, oi!
Akane!
I buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what had seemed like an eternity. Yeah, her dad is still going off, literally. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment passed. I passed through the door. My bracelet had begun the countdown to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It only took me a moment to get to it and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Hongo had dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective, who we'd call 7 in 9 years, and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
Right, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right. This time, we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off, running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Time for more running! If they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh, 7 is talking.
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
Yeah?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
Then how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16.
This is crazy.
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19,
K is 20, L is...
N is 23, O is 24.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Oh,
Q.
26.
And what does that mean?
There wasn't a 9 on the door.
Oh!
It was a Q. A fucking lowercase q.
Well, that's just fucking rude.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way.
So it was a 9 years ago. But it wasn't a 9 in the present.
You could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Turns out when your primary audience is Japanese, using English numbers, letters, can be a real curveball. Yeah, that makes sense. Defeated, Ace defeated by a Q, exactly. Oh god, my thighs are killing me. I swear, any moment now, I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell of my body is dying for air. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe a short rest. No. Can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be any more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a rifle barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. Yeah, they all lost weight during this time. This is a weight loss camp / murderous escape room. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together. We're almost there.
Alright, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big, heavy door. But you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important, that you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. Are we okay? Like, we saved Akane, but Akane's now lost her brother, because we left Santa down there. But then we shut off the incinerator, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. Ba-da-da-da! We made it! I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Ollie's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again, thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped, were finally able to escape from the gigantic. I love that Snake was one of the others who got one of the paddles, because that's what he do. He's a good boy. He's instinctual older brother. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone. Oh, we whispered.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. He is black. I mean, you can just direct him. It's not like people who paddle boats look at where they're going. Yes, finally air. Ah, damn it, the sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Oh, gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait.
No way.
Were they in Nevada the whole time? You've got to be shitting me.
What?
It can't be.
We've been in Nevada the whole time.
This is...
We've been in the Nevada building. Yeah! We weren't on a boat
This is
at
the building
all.
in the Nevada desert.
I mean, the boat did sink. It makes sense. If the boat sank.
the mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in building Q.
Resonating with Akane, who was on the actual boat. Sure enough, that's a desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh. Did I just hear something fall? Hey! Right, our bracelets. I guess I've never really got a good look at the underside of one of these. Would make sense, otherwise Snake would have had to bring it up from the depths and remodel it. You mean Santa? Let's see what's inside you. Just a little electronic chip, like an ATM card. That's it? There's nothing else? Nothing even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures. Yeah, so she probably only put the detonator in, like, Ace and the Ninth Man's. Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing a voice in the wind. That's it! That's it, we did it! There we go, I did finish it in March. We didn't have to finish it next month. Ha! I did it! I proved you all wrong! But that was good! That was a hell of an ending. I love Spike Chunsoft games. They just go so hard every time. There's always some sort of wild thing happening and it's so good. That's not it! That's not it! We aren't done yet. Okay, I will wait. "35 minutes late, bro! Bro. But still, very good, very good. Alright, time for the true ending. As long as we don't have any more puzzles, we'll be fine. You said that was the last puzzle, so we should be okay. I mean, I haven't had this stream today, so I like trying to get that time in between to chill out. So it's annoying, but it's fine. It's kind of funny knowing Akane is 0, and in the other timelines she was acting lovey-dovey with Jumpy, knowing she put him here. Like a weird date. Honestly, it is really weird. The only thing that's weird about it is, does that mean she, like, let people know she died so that she could, like...
Are you okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
How does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first.
Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
Great. So did everyone just imagine them verifying the bracelet the whole game? No, so it's still got like a little chip in there to actually verify it, but it didn't actually have a detonator in, so even if they let the time run out, they wouldn't have exploded.
What does that
Nonary
even mean?
game was not a good idea for a first game. Oh, I don't know, it sounds romantic. Jumpy grinned and...
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there.
I love her little
don't you
boots.
think so?
They're really
I
cute.
had to do something.
Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing is a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us. Outside the building, keys in the ignition, gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are squeezed into the back seat here. I still can't believe we let her drive. Wait, what?
This is so fun!
Why did they let Clover drive?
This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
Who let this child drive?
Hey, Clover.
Yeah, only
watch those
Ace,
bumps,
Knightsman, and the 2 extras were in danger from anything other than other participants. Yeah. Suspension bridge effect. Even if you were the one who put them in the bridge.
This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this.
Clover even told her to stay outside the car. I don't know.
There's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
I
they're
saw
like
some
out
fresh
already?
tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
I thought we left them behind. God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. No, they left us behind. Oh, I see. Santa and June probably have their own exits, that's true. Yeah, June vanished into the void, and last I remember, Santa was just pointing his gun at Ace. I don't remember anything else happening with them after that, so I don't know. Maybe it'll fill me in. It was a couple of hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching Kitten in gasoline. Oh my god, that's so rude! The moment that we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them furious. Good, Jumpy.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. They left through the non-9-door port closed. Ah, I see. All we found was Jumpy sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
I guess I could've...
I would never drench you in gasoline. No, that's freaking cruel. Oh.
Why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
You were
Because
never
of
gonna
what
jump
they were
in.
doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh.
Where do you get that?
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked up some grass from the ground and tossed it into the wind.
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I...
Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Of course, they probably don't know anymore.
Like
than I do.
Ace. Well, guess I should say Guitaro Hongo. Why did he create the nonary project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Oh, we just shoved him in there. Wonderful. Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You could at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces, I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces. By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing
45
the expressions
minutes!
of others.
That's it?
Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you are looking for a more philosophical...
Get therapy and brain surgery, not mind control.
You see, the human collective consciousness...
Time. Cool backstories, but still a crime. Exactly, yes. I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
Alright, so what's your second question? You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, someone's a
Well, my
little
next
nosy.
question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I stood before the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Sounds like Hongo or something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk. But you've gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Madrigal, of the family Solanaceae, and was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it.
Oh, so that's why he got his miracle drug.
I used that extract to create Sokoru. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape going back on, Hongo! The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. Ah, how long are these cutscenes gonna go on? I need to pee! I'm gonna go on BRB just because I need to pee. God damn it, why is it so long? Continue!
What's this?
This is, for you, doll. His name is Junpei.
Jumpy pulled something out of his pocket and shoved out his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn, Small enough to fit in his palm.
Jumpy, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
What?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Not a
Wait,
no!
That's... Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it
That's
Junpei
why
isn't a very good
it
idea.
wasn't science, it was voodoo the whole time!
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
'Cause he likes
Well,
you.
you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much?
Voodoo dolls for kisses, yes.
I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd, you know...
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. So I give this. It me. So we always together.
Oh,
Cute.
Jumpy.
Cute!
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
He's already hit puberty at this point, it's fine. His voice is already broke. Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell onto Jumpy's tiny yarn body.
Jumpy,
June's tiny yarn body.
I'll never forget you, I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was beautiful, crimson red, as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat bathed in the warm light of evening. Just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set, and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. There's still one more thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the morphogenic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense, he's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Doesn't that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or wait, maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No. No way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there. There's somebody
So
next
Seven
to the
lied to us?
What?
Santa and June, I assume. What the fuck? Alice? The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. What is going on? The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shivering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. What is going on? What in the grand fuck was that? What? 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 Oh my god. Yep, I'm glad. That was so many things. So many things we had to do. Alice, yeah. And she knows car etiquette. How did ancient Egyptian know carpool etiquette? Ta-da! What in the grand fuck was that? Everything else was just kind of starting to make sense, and then that. I hope you liked the game. I did like the game. It was good. It was confusing as all heck though. And it stole an extra hour of my day that I had planned to give it. And that's rude. Alice got the big toe. What in the world? I don't even. Just. What? What was that? The plot has drove over the cliff and sunk into the sea. I know, it was already pretty wild enough. Like, I can maybe see that Akane had to pretend she was dead. So Seven lied about it. And she, like, probably lived her life hidden, let out information, had to avoid Junpei and everything like that in her life anyway. And they'd naturally split off, so he wouldn't have known anyway. So that kind of makes sense. I don't know how she phased through the wall, but you know. This was the game saying, don't take this so serious. Yeah, I think it was. So that's what eventually turned into part 1 of the Zero Escape trilogy. Well, I have the nonary collection, I believe, so I have the next game. Well, the next 2, I think. Let's see. I wanted to see the launcher, but it's not going to launch because it's already open. But I won't be starting it anytime soon. Once this is now this is done, I'm officially free of games on my channel. So what I would like to do, Virtue's Last Reward and Zero Time Dilemma. I do believe I have them. Like I said, I bought the collection on Steam a while ago. So I should have them. I'll definitely get round to them at some point. But I think I want to go back to doing some game development again for a little while. Maybe for around my birthday for a few weeks. I've had a really good think about the game I was developing and what I want to change. You've inspired me to finish the freaking second one. Do it, Jumper! Do it! Finish your games! Because they're wild. Spike Chunsoft deserves all its games to be finished because they're all kooky as fuck and it's great. Puzzle game development. Not really a puzzle game, but we're going to go back to the clicker I was working on. I mean, I could think about a puzzle game, but I think I need a bit more time to think about that. But for now, that is all I've got for you. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you to anyone who lurked. Thank you to anyone who watches the VOD. I will be back tomorrow with some Limbus Company. We will be continuing our Depression speed run with Kanto 3. And if you have not already, I would highly appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, if you could subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video. And if you are on Twitch, if you could give the Twitch a cheeky follow, that would be lovely. If you have done all that and you've joined the Discord, that's all the free ways to support me, other than, you know, just telling everyone how great I am, obviously. You can, and you have any spare change, you can support me in many ways, like YouTube membership, where you can get emotes, exclusive streams, chat commands, Discord channel, and merch discounts. There's the Patreon, where you can get short stories, exclusive streams, merch discounts, and free books. There's the Kofi, where if you like my emotes and you would like to commission me to draw some of those emotes, you can do so via the Kofi. And there is the merch store where you can get ebooks, first edition copies of books that I've written, these adorable potatoes, bookmarks, a notebook, a soft pillow. You should check them all out. If you like the kitty cats, then they are going to be available at some point soon as well. Probably in the next couple of weeks. I'm literally just finishing the last one that I'm going to count as stock. Then I'm going to be launching eventually the Briny Rose Crafts Etsy store, where I'm going to have a few different bits of crochet nonsense sold. So keep an eye out for that. How great you are. It's a lie and you know it. I am great. Shut up, Chase. I'm amazing. I'm the coolest and bestest of streamers, and you know it. And I will be the coolest and bestest tomorrow also. But for now, I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Briny Rose Smith, Line in the Fin Library. Goodbye.